Hello, Ivor Chester here from ivorchester.com. Thanks again for watching. Today we're going to be talking about the difficult topic of pain. C.S. Lewis had a historic book years ago called The Problem with Pain, where he explored the theological dynamics and the personal dynamics of people dealing with pain. And it was a personal subject with him as well. I recommend the book, as I recommend just about all his books. However, on a different level, we're going to be talking about a daily pain which we put ourselves through. Now, this is not self-abuse in the sense that because we're neglecting to make choices, for example, good choices, and you just ignore certain things. But we're going to be talking about what's labeled as eustress. Eustress, E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S, eustress. Eustress is self-induced stress. It's stress you put yourself under. If you're going to go to the gym, you put yourself in a membership there, you purchase the membership, and then you get up and you go. However, if you're going to do mental gymnastics to try and sharpen your brain or keep yourself mentally fit, you have to read different books. You have to have different thought processes. You have to do things that you're uncomfortable with. You may have yourself a mentor, which gives you ideas, and they get you out of that thing called a comfort zone. Actually, a comfort zone is something we just call a familiar zone. And a familiar zone is exactly that. Something you're familiar with and you're comfortable here. However, it's not necessarily good for you. Remember, if you're not experiencing change and you're not happy with your life, you have conflict. So therefore, you have to put yourself through some form of eustress. So, one of the forms we're going to talk about at the moment, though, is something called, how about waking up early? This is something both my beloved wife and I are wrestling with because we are chronically late night owls. And not too long ago, I came across a saying that said, if you went to bed broke, you shouldn't be going to bed. No. The picture didn't freeze. That just kicked me between the teeth. Now I get exhausted. I also heard another man say that you don't need 8 hours of sleep. You really only need about 6 or a little less because you're pushing for a goal. No. Those are something I'm trying to work on. In another article on Medium, I read about dealing with 5 minutes of pain every morning. And what is that 5 minutes of pain? Well, it's not necessarily exercises. Yes, Christina, hello. Yeah, it's a mind over mattress. But it's, and that's a mighty nice mattress. I've been thinking, by the way, of changing my mattress and just sleeping on a block of wood. And that way it'd be easier to get up in the morning. However, back to topic. The idea here that 5 minutes of pain, what are those 5 minutes of pain? Getting out of bed. Just getting out of bed. You lay in bed and you daydream, or you dread. You sit there and go, oh gosh, I got to go do this, or oh gosh, I got to do that, or oh, this is tired, or oh, I can hear the dog starting to scratch, or oh, I can hear the road outside, it's all noisy, and then there's going to be kids, and the bills, and the job, and all this kind of stuff. You know what? Everybody wrestles with those. I do. You do. That wrestling match shouldn't be put in your mattress. That wrestling match happens out in the world, and you need to bring it out there. So you get up. Now you're going to be tired, but most of the time, after about 5 minutes, you will not regret getting up. Go make your cup of tea. I said tea. We prefer tea. If you drink coffee, well, no one's perfect. But if you go out there and you start getting yourself active in what you got to do, get the dogs outside. I read my Bible on a more regular basis than I ever have before. I have something called Get Statements that I learned from the great Gary Barnes. I work on my goals, and I'm trying to set a regimen, which is the next step. You have a daily organized regimen of what you need to be doing every morning. Now that's hard for us to do because 4 kids pull us like taffy. And then there's the emails that come in, and the text messages, and the clients, and other people. I need 15 minutes of your time, and I need this. You first, folks. As a Christian man, I've seen the billboards years ago that said, I am second, and that's all sweet and fine. But on the other hand, I've been in airplanes, and one of them had cabin depressurization, and the little things fell from the top, and we were supposed to put them on. Put them on. Put them on you first. Because you cannot take good care of your friends. You cannot take good care of your family. You can't take care of your goals and objectives, and you cannot build the kingdom if you wear yourself away. God does not want you to become just a total wasted servant. I understand the concept of being used up for the kingdom. On the other hand, if God still has you here, He has plans for you, and He wants you to thrive. Being poor, being used up, being spent, being constantly tired, constantly grumpy is not serving the kingdom well. It's not serving your clients well. It's not serving your kids well. And certainly not serving yourself well. Where's your joy? So, get up early, a few minutes earlier every day. Make it kind of like a new time zone. Not a whole hour early if it's harder for you. Maybe just 15 minutes early or 30 minutes early. Stick with it. Get your regiment going to where you start making your tea, you taking the dogs out, you read your Bible if that's what you do, or some kind of book, a few pages out of that. If you write, start writing. Post what videos you need to be posting, but get yourself going. Get out of bed. The wrestling match, again, doesn't happen in your mattress. It happens in the world. Don't bring it home like that. Until then, again, my name is Ivor Chester from ivorchester.com. I suggest that you start changing the way you want your life to be, because it's nobody's life but your own. I thank you for your time. We'll see you out there.